basically acknowledging whether there is a programmatic SEO need for their industry or not. Because it's very easy to look at the trend and say, okay, so I need to do programmatic SEO, everyone else is doing it. Think of your customer and say, what are all of their problems that I need to answer in my content? And do I see a repeatable pattern in any of those problems? If you can find a consistent pattern and like just brainstorm, just like take a piece of paper and say, what are the biggest and the most relevant problems that my product solves for my customers. Second part would be then do the keyword research and like understand what are the keyword patterns that you can target repeatedly. Is there an opportunity to create these programmatic pages serving different search intents by just publishing so much content at scale. The third one would be just don't overthink it really. Just avoid everything around duplication of content and cannibalization. If you know that I've really put a different search intent on all of those pages, then just, of course, take care of the basic on-page optimization and internal links and those kind of things, but just don't overthink it. Create a bunch of pages, internal link them really well together, and just see how it goes. If you have a problem later on, like maybe you published a few pages and now they're not getting indexed and there's some other kind of problem that you have to deal with, then of course you have to troubleshoot and see what can I do differently. Just start with something really simple, but make sure that you actually start it. You have to try it out. And again, it's not like a quick wave. I think especially with this AI generation kind of content wave that we're going through, publishing a lot of content faster and driving the cost lower would be a trend that will consistently see in the next couple of months or years. So what I would just advise to anyone seeing this trend and these LinkedIn posts and Twitter threads talking about how someone created thousands of pages is not to get overwhelmed by that and just try small. Just publish 5 pages, see how it goes. And then if you can do that, then add some complexity, try something harder. And then when you continue that pattern, in 6 months period, you will be in a much better place. But just make sure that you're actually starting with customers. That is really, really important. You might end up with thousands of pages and those pages might not be converting really well for you.